So blood supply of the GIT is a very important examination topic. It is 100% asked in the MCQs portion and the SCQ portion of the university examination. You must have a clear idea about the blood supply of the different parts of the GIT. When blood supply, the word or the term blood supply is mentioned, it means that it involves both arterial supply and the venous drainage. So today we shall cover in this lecture the blood supply, including the arterial supply of the GIT, particularly paying attention to the arterial supply of the GIT. Before I commence to the explanation of the arteries, different arteries supplying different parts of the intestine or the GIT, there is a clear demarcation between the arterial supply of the different parts of the GIT. You know that celiac artery is considered to be the artery of the foregut. And what part of the GIT is called foregut? What part of the GIT is labeled as midgut? And what part of the GIT is labeled as hindgut? You must have a clear idea of these three parts and the demarcation between these three parts. Foregut is the part of the GIT that begins from the oral cavity till the second part of the middle of the second part of the duodenum, where the bile duct opens into the duodenum. So up till the upper half of the duodenum, second part of the duodenum, starting from the oral cavity, including the upper part of the pharynx, then the different subdivisions of the pharynx, then finally pharynx downward continuing as esophagus, stomach, first part of the duodenum and upper part of the second part of duodenum up till where the bile duct opens into the duodenum. So celiac artery is the artery of foregut. What about midgut? Midgut is the part of the GIT that extends from lower half of the second part of duodenum, below the opening of the bile duct into the duodenum, up till the junction, proximal 2/3 and distal 1/3 of the junction of colon, transverse colon. This part of the GIT is called midgut. It includes lower half of the second part of duodenum, third part of duodenum, fourth part of duodenum. Then we have jejunum, ileum, appendix, cecum, and remaining parts of the large intestine that include the ascending colon and proximal 2/3 of the transverse colon. Then what part of the intestine is referred to as hindgut? The artery for the midgut is considered to be the superior mesenteric artery. Inferior mesenteric artery is considered to be the main arterial supply for the hindgut. And hindgut is the remaining portion of the GIT extending forwards from the junction of the proximal 2/3 and distal 1/3 of the transverse colon. And it includes the distal 1/3 of the transverse colon, the splenic flexure, the descending colon, sigmoid colon, rectum, anal canal till anus. That all of those parts are considered to be the part of hindgut. And inferior mesenteric artery is the arterial supply, main arterial supply for the hindgut. Celiac, superior mesenteric, and inferior mesenteric, these three arteries are the midline branches of the abdominal aorta. These three arteries, celiac, superior mesenteric, inferior mesenteric, are the midline anterior branches arising from the abdominal portion of aorta. And these three arteries are considered to be providing the main arterial supply to the foregut, midgut, and hindgut via their different branches. as a student of anatomy and medical student studying anatomy, you must know that what is the significance of everything. Clinical significance, functional significance of every structure that you study at any level in the anatomy, whether it's the histology, embryology, and the gross. So who will tell me what is the significance of these arteries? Why does an anatomist or a medical doctor must have a knowledge of these three arteries, or simply the arterial supply for the intestines? What is the significance? क्यों एक डॉक्टर को पता होना चाहिए intestines की arterial supply के बारे में? What is the clinical significance of the arterial supply for the GIT? Who will tell? इन तीनों आर्टरीज के पढ़ाने का मकसद क्या है कि आपको पता होना चाहिए कि इन आर्टरीज के एरिया ऑफ सप्लाई क्या है, और इन आर्टरीज में अगर खुदा न खास्ता लोकलाइज्ड ब्लॉकेड आता है या कोई सिस्टमिक डिजीज की वजह से इन तीनों आर्टरीज में रिड्यूस्ड ब्लड फ्लो हो जाता है, जिसको हम मेडिकल टर्मिनोलॉजी में कहते हैं सिस्टमिक हाइपोफ्यूजन। हाइपर परफ्यूजन होती है और एक होती है हाइपो परफ्यूजन। सिस्टमिक हाइपो perfusion, ठीक है? Reduced blood flow in the systemic vessels. In either case, what either of these conditions is going to have an effect or impact on the intestines. तो ischemia हो जाए या systemic hypoperfusion हो जाए, इन दोनों की वजह से क्या रिजल्ट होगा और क्या नतीजा निकलेगा intestines में, कि सिंपली जो उनकी ब्लड सप्लाई ब्लॉक हो रही है। ठीक है, तो ये आपको इसका क्लियर आइडिया होना चाहिए कि इस्कीमिया जो है इज वन ऑफ द कॉमनेस्ट पैथोलॉजिकल कंडीशन एसोसिएटेड विद द जीआईटी। इसलिए आपको इन तीनों आर्टरीज का नॉलेज होना चाहिए, इनके कोर्स का, इनके ब्रांचेस का, और इनके एरिया ऑफ सप्लाई या एरिया ऑफ डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का। सो आई होप दिस पॉइंट इज क्लियर टू एवरीबॉडी। सो लेट्स मूव ऑन, स्टार्टिंग विद द सीलिएक। Celiac artery, as I mentioned earlier, is the main arterial supply for the foregut. And foregut is that part of the GIT that extends from the oral cavity superiorly up till the second part of the duodenum, where common bile duct opens into the duodenum. Celiac artery is also referred to as celiac trunk. It is a very short trunk and a very short branch, midline anterior branch of the aorta, and it arises from the abdominal aorta as its anterior midline branch at the level of 12th thoracic vertebra. It is surrounded by a plexus of nerves, parasympathetic plexus of nerves, which is named just according to the in corresponding to the artery to which it surrounds, around which it exists, and that is referred to as celiac plexus. It primarily gives off three branches: the left gastric artery, splenic artery, and hepatic arteries. Left gastric artery, as the name is mentioning, here you can see in this diagram, we have the left gastric artery, gastric referring to the stomach. Left gastric artery is a small branch that runs after arising from the celiac trunk to the cardiac end of the stomach. Cardiac end of the stomach is the portion where the abdominal part of esophagus enters the stomach. Then it gives off a few esophageal branches that provides arterial supply to the abdominal part of esophagus. And then left gastric artery continues to run and turns to the right side along the lesser curvature of the stomach. And here it ends by anastomosing with the right gastric artery. You can see in the diagram the two arteries anastomosing over the or along the lesser curvature of the stomach. Next branch we have arising from the celiac trunk is a very famous branch, and Viva and SAQ in fact. Splenic artery पे SAQ आता है, short answer question आता है, 5 marks का पूरा पूरा दे देते हैं या sometimes 3 marks का part बना के दे देते हैं splenic artery का. इसका course, इसकी branches और इसके relations पूछते हैं in the university examination. So this artery is very important. खास तौर पे इसका course और इसकी branches. So splenic artery is the larger branch, one of the larger branches arising from the celiac trunk. It again runs to the left in a wavy course. Here you can see the splenic artery. इसका बेटा wavy course होता है और आपको पता है it runs over the superior aspect of the pancreas. Behind the stomach. On reaching the left kidney, the artery enters the lieno-renal ligament, hence becoming one of the contents of the lieno-renal ligament, and runs up till the hilum of the spleen. In its way, the splenic artery gives off pancreatic branches to the pancreas, the left gastroepiploic artery that arises much nearer to the hilum of the spleen, and here you can see, and then it runs along the greater curvature of the stomach. It ends by anastomosing with the right gastroepiploic artery along the lesser greater curvature of the stomach. Here you can see the site of anastomosis. Then we have short gastric arteries. Short gastric arteries arise from the splenic artery. They might be around 5 to 6 in number. And they arise near the termination of the splenic artery. And they are distributed along the fundus of the stomach by running in the gastrosplenic omentum. They end by anastomosing with the left gastric and the left gastroepiploic arteries in the region of the fundus of stomach. Regarding hepatic artery is a medium-sized artery. Here you can see the common hepatic artery arising from the celiac trunk. It runs forward and to the right and then ascends between the layers of the lesser omentum. It lies in front of the opening into the lesser sac and is placed to the left of the bile duct and in front of the portal vein. This relation is very important, beta. जो ये relations है in reference to the bile duct or portal vein के साथ is very important. ये अक्सर MCQs में आ जाता है. At the porta hepatis, जो हमारे पास hepatic artery है, वो right और left branches में divide हो जाती है और corresponding lobes of the liver को supply करती है. So the branches arising from the hepatic artery, they include the right gastric artery, the gastroduodenal artery. Gastroduodenal artery जो है वो larger branch होती है. Gastroduodenal artery is a larger branch. It is a very important branch, बेटे. खास तौर पे आप look at its course, look at the location where it is present. ठीक है, ये gastroduodenal artery की location और इसकी presence बहुत important है from clinical significance. It is a larger branch that descends behind the first part of the duodenum. ठीक हो गया? First part of the duodenum. And it further divides into the right gastroepiploic. You can see the right gastroepiploic here, जिसको gastromental इन्होंने यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है. ठीक हो गया? तो जो gastroepiploic है right वाली, वो branch है gastroduodenal की. Gastroduodenal बजाते खुद किसकी branch है? Hepatic artery की. Hepatic artery खुद किसकी branch है? Celiac की. और celiac किसकी branch है? Abdominal aorta की. ये sequence, ये origins आपको आपकी fingertips पे बेटा ये होनी चाहिए. ये MCQs में commonly पूछे जाते हैं और ये 100% पूछा जाता है. ये 100% आने वाला सवाल है. अच्छा जी, राइट गैस्ट्रोएपिक्लोइड की हमने स्टोरी पहले डिस्कस कर ली थी कि वो रन करती है टुवर्ड्स द लेफ्ट साइड और अलोंग द ग्रेटर कर्वेचर ऑफ द स्टमक में वो रन करती है और एंड हो जाती है बाय एनास्टोमोसिस विद द लेफ्ट वन. The other branch arising from the gastroduodenal artery is the superior pancreaticoduodenum. Here you can see the pancreaticoduodenal artery, superior one. It descends between the second part of the duodenum and the head of pancreas. ठीक हो गया. अगेन ये पॉइंट सिग्निफिकेंट है इन द कोर्स ऑफ दिस आर्टरी, ये एमसीक्यू में आता है. इन्हीं छोटी छोटी बातों पे, छोटे छोटे पॉइंट्स पे एमसीक्यूज. The right and left hepatic arteries that enter the porta hepatis. ये आपको नजर आ रही हैं दो आर्टरीज. The right hepatic artery usually gives off cystic artery, which runs to the neck of the gallbladder and it basically supplies the gallbladder. ये liver है आपको ब्राउन में जो नजर आ रहा है और ये जो ग्रीन में प्रोट्रूडिंग हिस्सा आपको नजर आ रहा है, this is gallbladder. Cystic artery, cystic refers to the gallbladder. Then जो right gastric artery हमने निकाली थी इसमें शुरू में hepatic artery से, this one, it runs along the upper border of the pylorus of the stomach and runs to the left in the lesser omentum along the lesser curvature of the stomach where it ends by anastomosing with the left gastric artery along the lesser curvature. Again, ये जो पॉइंट आपको बताया कि ये पाइलोरिस के अपर बॉर्डर पे रन करती है, ये एमसीक्यू है बेटे. अगर पाइलोरिस का रप्चर होता है या पाइलोरिस का किसी भी वजह से कोई पैथोलॉजी अराइज करती है तो एमसीक्यू आता है कि कौन सी आर्टरी इस केस में एनी पैथोलॉजी एसोसिएटेड विद दी, जैसे अल्सरेशन हो जाए पाइलोरिस की या कोई भी इसका इस्कीमिया डेवलप होने के चांसेस हो या व्हाटएवर द पैथोलॉजी इज, कोई इसमें एक्सीडेंटल कोई इसके अंदर इंजरी हो जाती है, ठीक है, तो कौन सी आर्टरी जो है उसके डैमेज होने का खतरा होता है. द आंसर इज राइट गैस्ट्रिक आर्टरी. और राइट गैस्ट्रिक आर्टरी किसकी ब्रांच है? हिपैटिक आर्टरी की. हिपैटिक आर्टरी किसकी ब्रांच है? सीलियक की. और सीलियक फाइनली खुद किसकी ब्रांच है? एब्डोमिनल एओर्टा की. Superior mesenteric artery, as I mentioned earlier, is the main arterial supply for the midgut. It is the main arterial supply for the midgut. जो superior mesenteric artery है, it is again one of the anterior midline branches of the abdominal aorta arising below the celiac plexus. It runs downward to the right behind the neck of pancreas. Again an MCQ. Superior mesenteric artery, after arising, taking origin from the as an anterior midline branch of abdominal aorta, descends behind or posterior to the neck of pancreas and in front of the third part of the duodenum. Third part of the duodenum. It continues downward to the right between the layers of the mesentery of the small intestine and ends by anastomosing with the ileal branch of its own ileocolic artery. The branches given off by the superior mesenteric artery include the inferior pancreaticoduodenal, middle colic, ileocolic, which is further divided into a superior branch and inferior branch. The inferior branch further gives off anterior and posterior cecal arteries. And the appendicular artery is said to be a branch arising from the posterior cecal artery. This is an MCQ. Appendicular artery, beta 90% MCQs में chances होते हैं कि ये पूछा जाता है. इन हाउस एग्जाम में तो आप समझ लो कि ये 100% पूछा जाता है। यूनिवर्सिटी एग्जाम में 90% चांसेस है कि पेंडिकुलर आर्टरी एमसीक्यू में पूछा जाता है, या फिर एसएक्यू भी इसके ऊपर दे देते हैं जब अपेंडिक्स का क्वेश्चन देते हैं। और इसके अलावा हमारे पास सुपीरियर मेसेंटेरिक की जेजुनल एंड आइलियल ब्रांचेस भी होती हैं। जो inferior pancreaticoduodenal है, it passes to the right as a single or double branch along the upper border of the third part of the duodenum. Again MCQ बन गया। अब आपसे कोई पूछे कि अपर बॉर्डर ऑफ पेनक्रियास पे कौन सी आर्टरी रन करती है, क्या बताओगे? आपसे कोई पूछे कि अपर बॉर्डर ऑफ पाइलोरस पे कौन सी आर्टरी रन करती है, क्या बताओगे? अब आपसे कोई पूछे कि अपर बॉर्डर ऑफ थर्ड पार्ट ऑफ ड्यूडेनम पे कौन सी आर्टरी रन करती है, तो व्हाट आर गोइंग टू बी योर आंसर्स? सो inferior pancreaticoduodenal runs over the upper border of the third part of duodenum and head of pancreas. It's an MCQ. It supplies the pancreas and the adjoining part of the duodenum. Then we have middle colic. The middle colic artery, it runs forward in the transverse mesocolon to supply the transverse colon, and it divides into right and left branches. Then we have right colic artery. Right colic artery is a branch of ileocolic artery, very often considered. Sometimes it may arise from ileocolic artery, sometimes it may arise from directly from the superior mesenteric artery. And it divides into ascending and descending branches, and it supplies the ascending colon. Right side पे तो आपको पता है right side पे ascending colon है, तो it is going to supply the ascending colon by dividing into ascending and descending branches. फिर हमारे पास बेटा आ जाती है ileocolic. ये काफी फेमस ब्रांच है क्योंकि इसकी बहुत ब्रांचेस हैं जो कि इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ जीआईटी को सप्लाई करती हैं, इसलिए ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. It passes downward and to the right. It gives off a superior branch that anastomoses with the right colic artery and an inferior branch that anastomoses with the end of the superior mesenteric artery. The inferior branch gives rise to anterior and posterior cecal arteries, and often the posterior cecal artery gives off appendicular branch to supply the appendix. Jejunal and ileal branches, which are almost 5 to 6 and 6 to 8 number, combining the total 12 to 15, they arise from the left side of the superior mesenteric artery. Each artery divides into two main divisions, which unite with adjacent branches to form what? A series of arcades. Jejunal and ileal branches, they themselves divide further into two vessels, which unite with adjacent branches to form arcades. ये जो आपको बेटा इसमें नजर आ रहे हैं, ये जो branches आपको नजर आ रही हैं. Branches from the arcades divide and unite to form second, third, and fourth series of arcades. यही डिफरेंस है इसकी ब्लड सप्लाई में जेजुनम की और आइलियम में. आपने पढ़ा होगा कि जेजुनम को फ्यू आर्केड से सप्लाई मिलती है जबकि आइलियम को उसकी निस्बत ज्यादा मिलती है. टर्मिनल जो आर्केड्स होते हैं उनसे स्मॉल स्ट्रेट वेसल्स निकलती हैं जिनको वेजा रेक्टा कहते हैं, जैसे कि ये आपको नजर आ रही हैं स्ट्रेट आर्टरीज, और ये सप्लाई करती हैं डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द इंटेस्टाइन. So this was all about the superior mesenteric artery and its branches and how they form arcades and how the vasa recta arise from these arcades. Moving on to the inferior mesenteric artery. Inferior mesenteric artery